what are some of the main use cases for pieces?
A lot of developers are using this idea of AI copilots. So you've got a code base and you can jump into your copilot and just say, with this piece of code, I need to make these code changes to it. Now, these copilots, they're powered by large language models that have been trained on the internet, which is packed full of code. So they kind of know how to process code. What Pieces does is Pieces tries to bring all your information to help your copilot give you much, much smarter answers. If you've got the traditional copilot open up in your Visual Studio Code, for example, it just knows about the file you have open. Pieces is all about knowing everything. Imagine it's like a Friday afternoon. I'm in a chat with a colleague at work and saying, oh, what should I work on Monday? And they say, this is the ticket I want you to work on. That's my plan for Monday. Come in Monday morning, and as usual, I've completely forgotten what I'm working on. My weekend has been spent on other things, Star Wars, Lego, important things. I could go into my chat tool and try and look up the message, but let's be honest, Monday morning, my chat tool is going to be full of stuff. And I'm going to be spending 2 hours reading all the messages. I could go and look at the tickets assigned to me, but if I'm going into my browser, I'm going to go into my email, I'm not going to be focused. So what if I could use the Copilot inside where I am, inside, say, Visual Studio Code, and just say, what was the bug I was on Friday that was assigned to me? And have the Copilot go, this was assigned to you. Can you describe this bug? Here you go, here's the description of the bug. All from inside my Copilot, inside my IDE, so I don't have to do that context switching of jumping between different tools. So I can say, look, in this project that I've got, how can I do this? And so I haven't left my IDE, I haven't context switched, and suddenly it's there giving me a breakdown of how I can implement a ticket that I've just been reading from inside my IDE. Now, it's a Copilot. It's there to assist me and guide me. It's not going to write the code for me because AI written code that's not managed by a human is terrible. It's an abomination. We should not allow it ever. But the Copilot will give me the guidance. So it means I get productive quicker. I don't have to context switch to gather all the information. And that's kind of the one thing Pieces does that no other Copilot out there actually does, is capture the context from everything you do. The conversations I'm having in my chat tools, the collaborations I'm having on places like GitHub or in Jira, the research I'm doing in my browser, anything I can see on my computer becomes context for Pieces. So things like GitHub Copilot, Cursor, they will have access to the one project you've got. What if I want to have a conversation about a different project? If I'm working on something and I think to myself, okay, I've got Project A open up in my IDE and I need to do something, and I've done the same thing in Project B, I would have to load up another instance of the IDE, load up Project B, start mining for data from there, then go back to Project A and make the changes. With Pieces, I can just spin up a new conversation inside my Copilot, still inside Project A, and say, for this conversation, reference Project B, please. How did I do this thing? Okay, here's what it is. Here's all the files there. Yep, cool. Thank you very much. Now, how can I make those same changes in the current project? And that's kind of one of the key differentiators. This is why Pieces is such a more powerful product than all the other Copilots, because the amount of context you have is just way beyond anything else.